Morning. It's foodie time. Hi, y'all. It's foodie time. Foodie time is a chat that is a connect and grow chat. We help other channels and creators by supporting them and our community as they support our community. Okay. If you're here for the live, welcome. Welcome to foodie time. If you're here for the replay, please leave a comment so that I can connect with you and we can help you in our own way, because believe me, I've been watching our community this morning and there are no words. There are no words. People have been live this morning. Plus, I've been in the car, so I haven't really been able to, participate in the way that I wanted to, but there's been so much going on. There is so much to participate in right now. You guys are cracking me up. So, anyway, I did a lot of stuff this last couple days. Mostly I was kind of helping people out with their channel and some other things, kind of looking at other vlogs of people that come into this community and into this chat, just to kind of get an idea of who you guys are and whatnot, and how I can help if there's any way I can help. Now, myself, I'm trying to grow as well. So it's a win-win. You help somebody, they help you. It's a win-win. So we got a lot going on. I heard Kathy and Brian of Travel Cake Trips are having a premiere. I think they said Saturday. Last night, I was on Scotty J's, I'm going to call After Hours live. That thing lasted till 11 o'clock Eastern time. Dude. And not only that, Scotty, I couldn't go to sleep after that. So it was kind of funny. I went to sleep, woke up, and so now I'm just full of coffee. And here we go. Here we go. So kudos to you, Scotty and Scott. They did the Scottish, I'll call it the Scottish live. Scott and Scotty, they're dangerous together. It's just hilarious. I mean, Scotty's got his dry wit, and then Scott has got his giggle. I love when you giggle, Scott. You just crack me up. Anyway, your giggle is similar to my giggle. Your whole face giggles. So anyway, I had a good time watching them last night, and they had a full crowd. Oh my gosh. So if you haven't seen that replay, it was wild. At one point, I was teasing Scotty J, you are never going to catch up on this chat. And Zach goes, you should talk, Vicky. I know, right? But hey, lately I've been getting ahead of the chat. So there you go. I'm getting better at this. One day I will be actually on time. On time, like, I don't know what anything on time anymore. Um, and Zach has something going on tonight too, a premiere at 6 p.m. But I don't know if that's Eastern or Central. So you're gonna have to tell me, Zach, whether that Eastern or Central time. Ryan was giving us some info on promoting on YouTube, and I can't wait to talk to him about that. And Jennifer is getting married in 10 days. Out of all the things I just said, that is the most crazy part. Jennifer's getting married in 10 days, girl. Jorge and I are celebrating our 28th anniversary on Sunday. It's a miracle, y'all. It's a miracle that we made it to 28 years. Wow. I can't believe it either. Both of us talk about how the heck did that happen, right? So let me give you some numbers here. Jen Cohen, whose birthday is this weekend too, she's leveling up, as she says, is at 188 subscribers right now. So she's just a minute away from 200. Danny is at 985. Danny, our spectacular supporter, she is really close. Y'all help Danny out. I'm going to help her out too. I got to do it when I get off this live. Nettie's at 466. Go Nettie. She's getting up to 500. Scotty just hit 200. Yay, Scotty. When I came into your live, I looked at your numbers and I was like, he should be pretty close by now. And shoot, you was at 201 last night. So I was pretty excited for you. That's why I came in with that. Hey, yay, whoop, whoop. That deserves a whoop, whoop. Dude, you're going to grow like lightning, okay? Because you've got that personality and you're not afraid anymore, anyway, of going live. So there you go. If you are new to our channel, we are Connect and Grow Chat. type hashtag grow, GROW, and Nightbot will display your link so that we can connect with you. And somebody at some point will probably show you how to do that. So if you're just curious what I'm saying, all you do is look back in the chat and you'll find out. Uh, I Other than that, all I can say is thank you guys for continuing to support me. I appreciate that. I know by the time you get to me, it's been a long morning. A really long morning. We have said hello to each other at least 4 or 5 times. So I'm going to get to the chat so we can do it one more time, right? Hey, guess who's first in the chat? I don't believe it. Okay, I'm good. I'm just gonna say, Scott, it took a minute, but you are first in the chat. Yay! And where's my buddy Angie? Bless her heart. She's been going through some stuff though, I think. So a shout out to Angie. Hope things are going okay, dear, because I know that you guys were having some stuff going on out there. It's been we've had a crazy weather system in this area. It's finally gotten to hot. We're now probably up to 82 already today. I mean, it gets so hot so fast. But for a while, we're having storms and storms and storms. And she was one of the victims of storms, and I was one of the victims of storms. And we both have been trying to repair ever since, I tell you. Trying to get back to normal. Woohoo! Yes, Scotty, foodie time. You made it in first. I'm so excited for you. JJ's Adventures. Hi. How you doing, Jan? Hi, Vicky. Thanks for the heart in the chat. I appreciate that. Right now, I could really use it. I'm telling you, I could use a little caffeine too. Anybody got some extra strong Cuban coffee? Eddie was talking about the Cuban coffee this morning. And I was sitting there thinking, I need that today, y'all, because it's been a day. And as you might have noticed, if you've seen me earlier today, I was driving around and trying to listen because I was trying to get to my lab. And the bad thing about my lab, it's one of those fasting labs. So not only was I half awake, I was also hungry. And when I'm hungry, well, let's just say you don't want to see me when I'm hungry. Hey, Sue, the Bud Files are here coming in with some sunshine. Morning, Sue. Scott said, she's here. She's live. Yes, I know. As usual, running around, checking on my puppy, making sure everything's okay with him before I get in here, because otherwise, he's not in his kennel today. He tried to look real innocent before I came on. It's like, look, mommy, look how good I'm being. So I let him stay out. I may regret that. But I think he's okay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Occasionally he'll start barking because when he's out, he can look out the window. He is a very social dog. Everybody that goes by, he wants to bark at them. There you go. Scott. Okay, so what's going on? Who all is in here? Jen says she's second. Yay! Hey, Sherman. Hey, CNS Travel. All right. I'm here, Vicky. Good morning. I tell you, coming in with one of my favorite sayings right there. Angie, hey y'all. Hey, Angie. I know at some point you were like, okay, I don't want to be. Angie is kind of, from what I gather, she doesn't like being conspicuous, and being first in the chat may have been a little bit too much for a while because of the competition. What is that about? The competition to get into first place on a chat. You know, we are funny. We're a funny group. Welcome in, sweetie. Coker Culture. Hey, Zach. Hey, Sue. Hey, Jan. Coming in saying hello to everybody, including Floaty Boaty, which is Angie of Whatever Floats Your Boat. And then I see Nettie. Hey, Nettie. Nettie came in. Nettie and I talked on the phone yesterday. We found out something funny. We can really chat, okay? We were talking about playlists, something, we always talk about here. And you would be so proud of us, Ryan. We got it together. We organized our playlist. And then, when we went to Tuber Chat, and guess what? Yeah, you know it, Ryan. He was not there. We did all that work, and then it was like, okay, well, I guess we'll try and catch him on Saturday. Tuber Chat will be back up on Saturday. So there you go. So everybody's saying hello to everybody. And there's Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Ryan. What you were saying really caught my attention because I was thinking about doing that. I'm getting so close to 1,000 now. I was thinking, maybe I need to do a promotion. I don't really know. So when you said that and 2,500, now realize that your type of video is just so compelling too. I mean, tours are the thing. If I had the attention span to do a tour, if I could not be distracted by food, I would probably do a tour because they really are, attention getters on YouTube. People looking for tours. That's a very big keyword, tour, the word tour. So, if you can do a tour, if you have the cognizance to go floor to floor and show people stuff like Ryan does, who does an excellent, and I mean excellent job. When people see your tour, they want to sub. So there you go. I'm also sure mine is that compelling. I mean, mine is more like my vlogs are a little more storyish. They more like we did this, we did this, we did that, kind of thing. And I don't know, it might appeal to somebody else who likes stories, but that's how that goes. We'll see what happens. But Ryan, like I said, please tell us what you did, because we inquiring minds, all the small channels, especially on this chat, would like to know how you promoted through YouTube, because that is a really big thing. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody saying hello. Such a friendly community. I love it, and even though I get picked on by certain people in this chat, I'm getting better. I will be better. So Nettie says, Vicky, my B12 is tomorrow. LOL, don't get old. We talked about getting old. We are the same age. So we talked about getting old and how it's a hard thing. A lot of y'all are just probably hitting, early 50s, middle 40s, whatever. Just let us tell you this. When you hit the real senior years, it's real. Okay. It's real. You're constantly checking to make sure all of your organs are functioning properly. The lab I went to this morning was one of those lipid labs and a glycemic lab, or not glycemic, glucose lab, A1C lab. I'm having trouble with my anemia, all kinds of things. And like I said, I was half asleep, had to be there, had to get back before this live. And that's okay, except it's rush hour, that early in the morning, trying to go to lab is just absolutely crazy. So that's, I have some stuff going on, and it's my own fault, okay, because during my mourning period, the 3 months of misery, as I refer to them, I really did not do well with taking my berberine. I didn't take my glucose. My blood pressure went up, all kinds of stuff. I mean, and I got chewed out by Walmart. Now think about that for a second. Walmart called me up one day. And I always joke that I never get real phone calls. I usually get spam, right? And this particular day, they caught me off guard, and I picked up, even though I didn't know what the phone number was. 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, we'll be there. I'll put that down. 6 p.m. Eastern for Jack's. Zach, why do I keep calling you Jack? 6 p.m. Eastern for his premiere. Okay, tonight. So Walmart calls me up and they go, Mrs. Soto, we have noticed that you have not refilled your avorstatin. Now, I don't know if I've ever told y'all that, but my doctor prescribed statins for me because of my cholesterol. And being the crazy person that I am, I decided to start taking berberine, which actually took my cholesterol numbers down. And then my doctor, of course, didn't believe that. So she kept prescribing it for me and asking me why, I stopped taking it. Well, my numbers went back down to normal before the 3 months of misery. And so I refused to take it after that because I don't like statin drugs. So Walmart called me to fuss at me. They really did. They fussed at me. Well, we need to know if if you're not taking your drug, of course, we need to know that so we will stop, doing the refill. But then I got a letter after that because Walmart told, I guess, my PCP, I don't know what happened, but I got a letter from my primary care's office about they had been informed that I was not. How can they do that? I don't even know how they can do that. I was not happy, y'all. I was fussing. I was like, really? I gotta worry about ticking off Walmart because I didn't get a prescription. Congratulations. I know, right? Congratulations, 10 days. Uh, Jennifer's getting married in 10 days. And congratulations to Scotty for getting to 200. So many people have got so much stuff to. Oh, and I'm going to have a 28th anniversary. Oh my gosh. Oh, happy anniversary on Sunday then. Oh, yeah, hopefully it'll be a good anniversary. I always joke that our anniversary date always seems to be kind of cursed. Knock on wood, stuff happens. Like one time we had an accident. I mean, so knock on wood, I hope this particular anniversary goes well. Hello, everyone. Jennifer, just talking about you. You're getting married in 10 days. I know you're excited. Oh my gosh, that's really close. uh, but Nettie says it's a miracle, a true blue spectacle. I know, a miracle. It's a miracle when you can get to past 25 years of marriage. It's kind of funny. It's like you're thinking, wow, I've been with the same person for a quarter of a century. And we haven't killed each other yet. Notice I said yet. Oh man. Sherman, Ryan, loved your interview this morning. Ryan, you are so bad. I knew, I just knew in my heart. I said, Cheryl's going to get it because Ryan was not involved in the previous scandal. So Cheryl's going to get it because Ryan is extremely, extremely creative on the fly, especially. I mean, that was just amazing. Every time she would say sex on the beach, my eyes would do this. You just setting yourself up, Cheryl. And sure enough, here he came back with a clip. You should be a director, dude. I'm telling you. You should be a producer or director or something like that. You're in the wrong field right now. So not this field, but whatever field you're doing outside of this field that keeps you busy every day. Bless your heart. Oh, it's Billy J. Ahoy there, everybody. Ahoy there, Vicky. The real captain is here. Hello, Billy. You too. You messing with Scott. Y'all talking about sausages and the aft of the ship. I'm not even going to go there. Y'all are bad. Kathy Mills, welcome into the chat. How are you doing this morning, sweetie? Aren't these people we have the usual suspects. We really do. The suspects. They are so funny. Criminally funny. Okay, Jan showing how to do the hashtag grill. Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate you. Okay, so I'm going to go down this chat a little bit because it's getting close to the half hour. Note that the group cruises are rolling through right now. The first one is CNS Travels Carnival Vista, and that was from Sherman. Sherman is in this chat. If you have any questions about that particular cruise or the next one, which is Scotty J on the Jubilee on October 18th, all of these cruises, except for cruising on the high seas, Rob is not here. But several of the people in this cruising community and group cruise list are in this chat, so you can ask them questions if you need to about a specific group cruise. Jeremy and Cheryl's Seascape cruise is going to be interesting because they've never been on the seascape, and they're pretty excited about that. And then Ryan has got that MSC World America Gobble and Go cruise November 22nd through the 29th. And I'm going to play that right now, Ryan, since I said that. Okay, we're going to play the informational or infomercial clip right now. So here we
Are
go.
you ready to escape the everyday? Then mark your calendars for November 22nd, 2025, because you're cordially invited on the cruise of a lifetime. We're sailing on the brand new MSC World America, the first MSC ship built just for the U.S. market. This ship is massive, modern, and packed with next-level fun. We will be departing from Miami, Florida, and the first stop is Roatan, Honduras. Has a lot of lush rainforest, but trust me, the snorkeling is the best. Next up is Costa Maya, where you can explore Mayan ruins, or our favorite, a secluded, all-inclusive in the jungle. Next up, Cozumel, a true Caribbean classic with the beach clubs, or helmet diving. Last but not least, we stop in Ocean Cay, MSC's private island in the Bahamas with white sparkling sandy beaches and a lighthouse. And here's the best part, group rates are still way under current prices, but not for long, so make sure you act fast before these prices are gone. Cruise how you want, chill, explore, or go full throttle. Or hang out with Ryan and Melinda from PK Adventure Travels. We'll be right there with you having the time of our life. Book now and make Thanksgiving 2025 unforgettable. And we will see you on the scenic route.
Hey, that's a pretty good clip, right? I like that. It's nothing more fun than watching cruising stuff in the middle of your morning. Makes you start thinking about cruising. I saw somebody say yesterday that they, or maybe it was this morning, that they've never been on a cruise. I think it was Tiffany. Tiffany, are you in here? Did you say that you've never been on a cruise? Um, you know, when I first, I don't know about you guys, when the first time I thought about going on a cruise, my concerns were all about, well, I'm going to be seasick, the same, concerns everybody has. The weather, you're always thinking, well, what if you're out on a ship and the weather's bad? If anybody's in here that has never been on a cruise, let me just tell you that hurricanes, all kinds of things, it is better to be on the ship. The ironic thing is the people on the ship are very well versed in weather. Okay. So they know how to run away from a hurricane. They know how to run away from bad weather. Every once in a while they get caught by a squall or something like that, something they weren't expecting. But most of the time, they're going to keep you out of trouble. So don't worry about that. Now, as far as the seasickness goes, um, green apples. I always tell people eat a green apple. There's always a green apple around on the ship. Go to a fruit basket, grab a green apple when you see one, put it in your fridge or cooler in your room. Keep it just in case because that malic acid in green apple helps a lot of people with seasickness. If you can't fix it that way, you might just consider, going down to guest services and telling them. Because once upon a time, I don't know if they still do that, but they used to give you that little pill thing that you could take that was like bromine or some, I don't even know what it's called, but they used to give those to us back in the day. Nowadays I think they got this thing, this little patch that you put on your neck. Every once in a while you'll be talking to somebody, you'll notice they have a patch on their neck. I've never had trouble with seasickness. Uh, I do the green apple if I start to feel a little queasy, but I think my queasiness may have a lot to do with the fact that I eat a lot on a cruise too and drink a lot. And here's the thing, if you drink enough, you won't be able to tell that you're seasick. No, don't take that advice. Okay. I always joke, you'll start asking, is it me or is it the ship that's doing this? But yeah, my first experience with almost seasickness came after a bad excursion where I got dropped into the ocean by my little canoe or kayak or whatever you want to call that thing. some bad cruise experiences back in my early days, but I survived it, knock on wood, and I was scared of the ocean for years, but back in there again. Jan says, Vicky, expect more storms. I live in an area that's unpredictable. So, yeah, I always expect it. Sooner or later, we're going to have a storm. So, there you go. Captain Billy J says, Ahoy there, semi shirtless honorary temporary captain of the Color Guard drumline, FedEx, Ryan. I love it, Ryan. You have so many talents, dude. But like I said, I want to know about the promo thing for sure, because that sounds like something pretty cool. Um, and you get all these different opinions. So I'm glad somebody I know actually tried it out, you know, because there you go. Hey, guess who's here? It's Scotty J Travels. He woke up too. Dude, it was 11 p.m. Eastern when I got off of your thing last night. And honestly, I fell asleep for a few hours and then I woke up. But still, dude, it was a hilarious show. You and Scotty together, you and Scott together are very, very entertaining. And I told Cheryl we're going to bust into y'all's interview on the 2027 cruise, because I felt sorry for Cheryl. Cheryl's been going through a lot. You guys gonna pick on her about her dementia. I said I'll be next. But anyway, um, yeah, she's been going through a lot. So I said, okay, that I'm gonna help her get back at y'all on the celebration. So when you go whooping through the deck on the floor out there, I'm gonna be right behind you. But I'm gonna be going. He's trouble. Security, security, security. Oh my gosh! I hope they don't throw us off this ship. I'm going to start the other banner now, y'all, because uh, if I don't start it now, I will forget. You know that. Anyway, um, there are so many ways we could get back at y'all. You know that, right? On a ship. Oh yeah, it's very possible. But you and Zach and Scott, y'all are just bad. Okay, y'all are just bad. Zach says, I think I got contact drunk from the Scots last night. Same here, but I was sleepy too, so I might have been sleepy. But watching y'all drink sex on the beach drinks made me a little bit sleepy. And I decided I'm not even going to try and make a drink that late at night because I wouldn't have lasted the whole life. Okay. I would have been under this desk. Ryan says, I know, LOL. He popped in last minute and said he had to CX. CX? Boo. CX, that's funny. And I was on internet at Funds live too. She had an unexpected visitor and got on the phone. And everybody was like, is internet on the phone? And I said, obviously, it's an emergency related to somebody who came into the chat. Hey, sometimes drama happens, okay? While you're watching. So I was like, okay, let her take care of her business, y'all, because, so we all have them situations where, somebody pops up and you didn't want to see. But anyway, Captain Billy J Travel saying ahoy to Josiane. Totally missed you, Josiane. Hi, how you doing? Welcome into the chat. Hey, Captain Billy J. And then she lists everybody and tells everybody hello. So a 3-hour tour tonight. Yeah, a 3-hour tour. The TTT Thirsty Thursday trivia is tonight with Scott and Denise. So don't miss that too. I mean, that's coming on late tonight. I think probably 9 o'clock. I'm guessing 9 o'clock Eastern. But they'll be on, and that'll be fun. That's always fun. I love the trivia game. Sometimes I have no idea what the trivia answers are, but Captain Billy's gonna win anyway. Hashtag rigged. Jan says, Ryan, inquiring minds want to know. We really do, dude. Let us know what is up with that promotion thing. Daddy, I have started several ship tours and then by the third stop, I'm like, bump it. I don't even get that far, girl. I am a vlogger. Oh my gosh. I don't even get that far. I always say people who can do tours are very organized and patient because I'm not that person. I get distracted, usually by food. Captain Billy J, mid 40s here, 45 next year. Wow. Okay. Didn't know that. Thank you for thumbs upping. Thank you for the thumbs up, my friends. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, I'm so tired. But you know what I'm going to do after I get off this live? I am going to sleep. I'm going to do an Eddie. I'm taking a midday nap. It's going to mess me up for the rest of the week. Ryan says, oh, shoot, y'all. I'm almost not in here, am I? Okay, the chat's about to move up and down, move up and down. Ryan says, yeah, I was skeptic about sinking dollars. We're getting into the interesting stuff to use the YT promotion. But I was talking to Traveling with Tinkerbell, and she said, you need to invest to grow and should get it back if you are over the 1,000. Oh, there's a there's a caveat here. I'm not over the 1,000. I think I'm at 740 or 700 something. I wonder if it will help me. What do you think, Ryan? What are your thoughts about people who are close to 1,000? Well, not even really that close, but do you think it will help me to get to that number? And monetize. Okay, so yeah, I'm neither of those. So I picked two videos that I thought would be popular, and you're right. Those two videos are excellent videos. And then there's the key. If you promote for people to come to your channel, you got to have something really good for them to stick around. That's all there is to it. Sunk $100 for 2 weeks for one, $50 for 2 weeks for the other. I jumped 1,300 subs in the past 2 weeks. Wow. That's huge. Okay. 1,300 subs. Yeah, that is a lot. Maybe that explains, because sometimes, and Eddie and I were talking about this. Sometimes you see somebody in 1 week they have like 1,500, and it seems like 2 months later they got 5,000. I'm like, what's going on in this picture? So maybe that has something to do with it. Although I have another theory. I believe that people who are over 1,000 usually have some pretty compelling videos. So I think that the fact that you had tours, which I just said, tours are so popular, that you pointed to a specific tour, and those people decided to sub because they liked your style and realized they can see talent. They know that you're talented and you're organized. So that is pretty cool. Now, I don't know how much, although I guess it would be good for me to experiment. Do I have an extra $100? I might not have an extra $100 to spend this week. I'll have to think about it, but I might do an experiment to see if it will help somebody who's at my point at all. Even if it gave me what's the math on that? 250, Billy. See, I'm getting better, Billy. Even if it helped me get up to 250 more or 200 more or even closer to 900, I'd be happy, honestly. I shouldn't put that out there. Okay, listen to the universe. Listen to me. I would like 1,000. I need to manifest 1,000 subs. You guys, I have a picture that says 1,000 subs or something like that. Thank you. And I need to put that somewhere. I'm going to put it on my desktop. I believe that you can manifest stuff. I also believe in guardian angels, so I believe a lot of stuff. But what you just told me right there, dude, 1,300 subs on your tours. Okay. So which tour made the most subs? I'm going to ask 1,000 questions now. Whew. Anyway, Jan, got it, Coker. We'll be there. Vicky, I take Averstatin too. Well, I can't say I'm actually taking it, Jan. That's the problem. I should be taking it because I haven't been taking the berberine lately. And the berberine was taking care of my A1C, which had dropped considerably, uh, and taking care of my glucose. My glucose went down to 105. That was like a miracle, okay? It had started at 161. So it went down to 105. I talk about this on my Food Life channel, but I think that now I may have to go on and take the freaking Averstatin because I haven't been taking the berberine. I don't know. I got to go back to the doctor. So, it's one of them things. There's a lot of stuff going on with me right now. For one thing, I have a lot of visceral fat. They call that when people are skinny, which I am not, they call that skinny fat because there's so much fat around your organs that it makes your lipid numbers jump and you end up on atorvastatin, atorvastatin, whatever. However you say that word, it's a statin. Um, so I have a lot of visceral fat. So I had a discussion with my doctor about it. And I was like, because she was saying, I'm really concerned about your lipid numbers and I'm really concerned about your anemia and this and that. And y'all, I got sleep apnea. I got high blood pressure. My blood pressure is not really high anymore. It goes back and forth, up and below 140. It's not normal, but, um, I told her because she suggested this to me. She said, maybe we should try you on Manjaro or something that can help get rid of some of the stuff you're carrying in your middle. And I was looking at her like, because you've seen those videos, right? So this is my thought. Okay, my daughters have diabetes. Okay, my son has diabetes. My husband has diabetes. Everybody in my family, even my dad, had diabetes. And I know in my life I can't really reverse diabetes. I don't care what anybody says. Once you've gone over that threshold, your best bet, your best that you can do probably is pre-diabetic. Now, if you're on keto and stuff like that, probably can get reversed while you're doing the keto. But the problem is that word, while you're doing keto. How many people are still on keto? I mean, I think out of all of my friends that have done keto, only two of them are still doing keto. And I'm talking at least 80 people have been on keto. Oh no, my poster fell. We knew it was going to happen, Nettie. What did I say? It's going to fall during the show. It was double tape, y'all. So there was no duct tape involved. I'm going to have to use duct tape. That's how that's going to work. Or tack. I don't even know how that's going to work. But something stronger than double side tape. So anyway, but yeah, so I'll probably be doing Manjaro for a while. And at least until I can get rid of the visceral fat, the fat in the middle that's around my organs. So I'm good. But I thought about it. Okay, on my food channel. So this could be working at something that works out for me. I don't know. On my food channel, I talk a lot about that healthy food and stuff. If I'm going to do Manjaro, I'm going to have to tell them I'm starting Manjaro and just kind of keep track of what's going on. So what I'll do is, and I even thought this through a little bit. I bought a journal. Here it is. I bought a little journal, y'all. So I'm going to journal what happens for my kids, for my channel, for everybody. I'm going to journal what happens with this Manjaro. And here's the funny thing. If I start the Manjaro, it will happen on my anniversary, which is Sunday. So I told my husband, because I'm a foodie, y'all, I said, okay, we're going to have to do our anniversary celebration on Saturday. I am not, I repeat, starting a medication about food on a day that I eat food. Holy moly, Ryan. I agree. That is so impressive. Ryan, you're so awesome. Uh, You bet, Zach. Zach says, I turned 40 a week from today. I'm so disgusted. You and Scott are the babies of the family, okay? Oh my gosh. PK Adventure Travels. You do it in YT Studio content. At the top, there's a tab that says promotions. You pick what you hope to get out of the promotion from three options. I chose audience growth. Wow. Okay. Audience growth. Now you've got me wondering what the other two options are. Anyway, how much you want to spend, how long you want it to go, and what countries you want it to be pushed in. Oh, okay, so you even get to pick your countries. That's pretty amazing. Yes, Zach, we were not expecting it to work so well. I mean, seriously, dude. But that just proves that the algorithm is failing you because you have such compelling information that you made all of those subs from a promotion. And I don't know why it did not pick that up before. I'm curious why it did not pick it up. But it was a but it was probably because of the videos we picked. Our tours of World America and the icon. The icon, I can tell you for sure. People search the icon all the time. Okay, I must not be putting in just the right keywords because I think I should probably get a lot more, you know, audience. But who knows? But yeah, when you go on big ships, people look for that, especially new popular big ships. So there you go. But like I said, Ryan, you did such a good job with that tour. I mean, the tours you do and your voice too. You know, we always tease you about the fact that you should be a producer, director, or actor. Maybe an actor, right? But you should do that because you're so good at it. And what you just showed us proves that what I was saying is you're so good at it. So, you know, 64 days until we cruise Europe. Woohoo! Now that's awesome. I want to cruise Europe so bad. Nettie and I talked about that too. I mean, when you get to my age, you know, you start to wonder, you're going to get to do the stuff that you want to do. You know, you feel like you're on some kind of timer, which you are. Oh, Glenn, welcome to the chat. He said, like is done. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for thumbs upping. Appreciate you. And hello, welcome to the chat. Nettie says, that is funny. That is what I told JT on our 20th anniversary. I was happy that we haven't killed each other yet. You know, we live to see another year, right? But we will be 35 years in January. Who else said they were 35 years? Jen Cohen got married at the same time you guys got married. That's hilarious. It is work, but fun at the same times. As long as the good times outweigh the bad times, you can hang in there. A lot of people just give up, and I get it. I'm divorced. My first husband and I, we were young. You know, it happens. You get married when you're young. Things you just don't have the maturity to say, okay, well maybe we'll stick it out another year. You know, but by the time you get to the age we were when we got married, when Jorge and I got married, I had told Jorge when we got married, we are not getting divorced. I am not doing this again. And I said, you know what? Once you, and I didn't say this to him, but once you have trained each other on each other, in other words, he knows my problems, I know his problems. Why would you start all over again? Because the next person's going to have problems. You're going to have the same problems. You're just going to be repeating yourself. So, you know, if I could talk to kids and say that to them, but they ain't going to listen to me, not because I wouldn't have listened to anybody. But still, you know, divorce, it's a thing. It's a thing in the United States. And right now, a lot of young people don't even want to get married. And I kind of understand that one, but uh, my dog is into something, y'all. I hear it in the background. He's a puppy. I try to remember. He's a big puppy. I try to remember he's a puppy. But anyway. Oh dear. What has he got? Sounds like a big bottle or something. Oh, it's my water bottle. My water container. There's probably water all over my living room on wooden floors. Anyway, if I could talk to young people, I would say, if they would listen to me, I would say, instead of getting divorced like I did, you need to go to a therapist. And well, therapy doesn't necessarily work either. It depends. Everybody has to want to do it and participate and actually try. Young people sometimes don't work that way, but you got to last. My father was smart. His advice to me was to tell me that marriage is cyclical. Okay, meaning there are good times and there are definitely bad times, and you got to get past the bad times to get to the good times. So that's how that works. And I would tell most young people that there's going to be bad times. Oh my gosh, there's definitely going to be. There's no way people can live together and not have one bad time. So there's going to be bad times. So you got to learn how to get through the bad times so you can get back to normal again. Yeah, it's fun too. Yeah, it's fun. Once you find the person that can stand you and you can stand them, it can be fun. Coca culture. Maybe once we finally hit that monetized aspect, I'll have to look into that. Dude, Zach, I am not waiting that long. Just so you know. Anyway, uh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on and try it as soon as I can free up $100 of some unused or unmarked cash because I budget. So I got $100. And I'm not even budgeting for bills. I'm budgeting for cruises. Of course. um, if I had bills, I'd never be able to go on a cruise. But anyway, good morning, all. Hi, silver haired wisdom. How you doing, dear? Thinking about you every time I go in my garden. Okay. Yesterday, I was out there for too long. I had to come back in and take a shower. I had so much mud and weeds and everything stuck to me yesterday. But I did get in there and do some work. Funny thing, silver haired wisdom. I find out your first name, by the way. Gardening in itself is very good exercise. I realized that when I came back in, it's very good exercise, and you get a chance to create yourself in a different way. I think that's what's so rewarding. Thank you for the hearts, by the way. Okay, y'all, I got to speed up. I know I'm running out of time. September 20th to 28th is his first cruise. It's a back to back. So it has a second part that starts on the 28th and goes to October 4th. This is Sherman talking about his cruise. Man, am I that far behind? Oh my God. Heading to work, Kathy and Bryant from TCT. I said, morning all. Okay. Kathy, I hope you got a chance to hear Ryan explaining what happened to him on promoting his YouTube channel. That was huge. Silver-haired wisdom. I have never been on a cruise, but I'd like to try one. Girl, these cruises that are going underneath here, every time you come to this chat, just kind of look. Sometimes we update it. It hasn't happened lately, but all of these cruises are group cruises. And when you go on your first cruise, the best thing you can do is go with some people who are already cruisers, okay? And all these people are already cruisers. So, I would look at that list really closely and decide if you want to go. And if you want any information about booking a cruise, you can contact me. I'm here. I will talk to you about it. I help people every single day. It's my other thing that I do. I book cruises and vacations for people. But that's my foodie's food life. So if you want to follow my Manjuro journey, look, it'll be funny. It'll be funny if, in the middle of everything, somebody notices I look different or sound different or feel different, or if I start to get sick. I don't know what's going to happen, y'all. But just check that channel if I disappear. Oh my gosh. My daughter uses Motion Ease from Amazon. And Angie, I've heard a lot of people say that for for her seasickness. I've heard a lot of people say that. Uh, she said, Floaty Buddy says she uses the patches, the one behind your neck here. Yeah, a lot of people use that. I'm telling you, you're talking to people, and all of a sudden you notice they have a patch on their neck. Kate Corner Sweet, hey girl, how you doing? How is everything over in Pakistan? Girl, I know you're already into your day. 6 hours ahead of us. You are already into your day. Welcome to our chat. She said, like is done. Thank you, sweetie. Uh-oh, people trying to call me. See, we talked about travel, booking travel, and of course, that's when my clients call, right? When I'm on vacation, anybody else who is a travel agent here, when you're on vacation, don't people try to contact you for sure enough to book something, even though you told them, I'm not going to be here. I love that people, track me down, but still, I'm not going to. When I'm on a cruise, I don't usually book cruises. So there you go. Oh, okay. I skipped something here. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Okay. Kate Corner Sweet, how are you all? We are doing good. We've had a crazy morning, absolutely crazy morning. So crazy. Fuzzy Adventures, DJ, hi. Hi, everyone. DJ is also a New Horizons, in case you're curious. He comes in different ways. Please connect. Type hashtag grow to show your link, Kate Corner. And also Fuzzy Adventures and Glenn. Please. See? Look, he already knows. Type hashtag grow so you can show your link and people can connect with you. Fuzzy Adventure says, we just got 100 followers late last night on the channel. 100 followers. Were you promoting? How the heck did that happen? 100 at one time? What the heck? Good Fuzzy. How the heck did you get 100 followers? Now, inquiring minds want to know. Ryan says, sorry, CX is the shorthand we use for cancel in my line of business. It looks familiar. I was thinking when you said CX, that did look familiar from an IT perspective. Yeah, I thought the same thing, but I didn't want to assume that for sure. Canceled. That's funny. Hello, PK. Everybody saying hello. Not rigged if I win. Billy, we don't believe that. Denise, hi. Welcome into the chat. Waving. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Billy said, promote videos, but don't buy subs like some channels do. I know. Do not buy subs. That's not cool. Promote your channel, period. I would do it. You will be in the hole for a while, but eventually you will get in the positive. It can't really hurt at this point, right? I'm about to release another vlog. I keep saying that. Y'all, at this point, I know y'all don't believe me, but I'm about to release another vlog anyway. So might as well promote it, right? I'm not buy off people to sub. I'm just paying YouTube to put my videos in front of people I know that are likely to like my content and stuff. For sure, that is the key right there. Just getting your video in front of people so they can decide whether they're going to sub to you or not. That's awesome. Okay. Hi, Majima Brown. Welcome to the chat. Hey, girl. How are you today? 1 + 1 = 2. I don't know. Captain. Thank you for your math. Jennifer said it takes a lot of work to reach 1,000 plus the WH. Oh yeah, the watch hours are a serious problem, and I hope no one feels defeated if it doesn't happen as fast as other channels. If I felt defeated, I would feel so defeated. It took us over 2 years, but once we did it, it was such an amazing feeling. I can believe that. I'm going to have some kind of celebration. I don't know what's going to happen, but something. We got to do something, okay? You just call it Lipitor. Lipitor. I didn't even know what it was actually called. They always put the actual scientific name on my prescription. So I don't even know what it's called. I think mine's generic. Intermittent fasting to the rescue. Been doing it for 2 weeks again now and feel amazing. I do intermittent fasting, but it does not get rid of my visceral fat, and which is, I mean, it gets rid of fat, but for some strange reason, the visceral fat is hanging on. Okay, JJ Adventures. Yes, Denise, thank you. I mean, I don't really care. I'm not that concerned about my size. I mean, I'm okay with my size. It's the things that's causing the problems in the middle that's worrying me and all of the bad numbers. But, you know, they say Monjaro is for diabetics. I am a diabetic. I guess I should take it to help with the situation. But anyway, yes, Denise, thank you. Agreed. It took just over 2 years to hit the 1,000 as well. Wow. So, what period of time am I in? Hello, Pitts. She did it in amazing time. Okay. Camille did it in an amazing amount of time. How long did it take for you to get to 1,000, Camille? I'm just curious. Hello, Vicky, working and lurking. How long did it take you? Oh my gosh, Denise, same here. My triglycerides are high, bad genes. I'm on Creator and Repatha. Creator? I don't know. I don't think it was supposed to be Creator. I think it autocorrects you. And Repatha. Okay. You better be eating sausage tonight, Scott. Oh God. Ah, you manifested it. It works. I was on keto, lost 50 pounds, but got burned out, gained it back plus some. That's what happens to my friends. On GLP-1 shots now, down 15 pounds. Go, Cap! I hope that happens to me. Not the 15 pounds, but I hope it finally takes the middle fat stuff out. Oh, that would be so awesome. You know, if I could just say that I don't have sleep apnea anymore, it would be good. You know, all you normally need to lose to get rid of sleep apnea is like 10 to 20 pounds, depending on your weight. And I was thinking, shoot, if I could get rid of sleep apnea, it would be totally worth it. I mean, I don't care about the weight. Use alien tape from Amazon, it holds a shelf. For my CPAP, wow, in my RV and has not fallen down yet. Alien tape. Interesting. Okay. Says we're down a poster, y'all. Poster down. That poster said, I've had enough. Not today. I know. Poster down. Same here. Did keto for about a year and lost around the same, but like you, I good burned it out. Yeah. Keto is hard. I don't care what anybody says. You know, if you eat in America, it is hard because carbs are everywhere. I am on Manjaro for my diabetes, and the side effect is the weight loss too. Hmm. Wow. Okay, y'all are making me feel better. My daughter had a bad my youngest daughter with diabetes. She had a bad time with Ozempic. And the reason why is because she has really bad diabetes and they kept upping her dose a lot and she lost so much weight. She looked like a skeleton. It was bad. And not only that, she lost a lot of muscle, so she had no energy. Everything was happening to her, and that just scares me. Captain Billy J. Good Ryan on Zepbound here. No diabetes here. Okay. Well, that's good, Billy. I'm glad you don't have diabetes. It's a sucky disease. Okay, it's so sucky. It's one. It's heart disease is bad. Diabetes for me as a food addict is bad. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I was barely in the DB range, but since I was just over the threshold for 3 straight tests, he put me on it. Yeah, I've been in denial about my diabetes for at least a year, because they tried to put me on Manjaro. Well, they tried to put me on Zempic when I first got it, a long time ago. 2 years ago, I don't know, but I have to look on my channel and see when I first started talking about it. I take Rebelsis. So does my best friend, which is in pill form. She swears by Rebelsis. Okay, everybody's taking something because we're all sick, and you know why we're all sick, don't you? Rick. Hey, Texas Cruiser. Hello, Rick. Hello, cruisers. Welcome to the chat, man. We're all sick because of our food. Our food is sucky. Our FDA does deserve to be fired, in my opinion. I mean, the stuff that they allow them to put in our food. You're in trouble when you see food, and then next to it you see the healthy version of the food. Think about it. You go to buy some ketchup, and one bottle says regular ketchup label. The next bottle says no sugar ketchup. No, not no sugar. No added preservatives. Organic ketchup. The same product. The same company. It's bad, y'all. I kept saying to my husband, what have we been eating? Will G, morning all. Morning, Will. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, we're talking about food, oddly enough. It's part of my name. We're either talking about food or we're talking about vacations. We usually talk about both of them. Hashtag grow. Thank you, sweetie. T and John. Oh my gosh. Hi, T. I haven't been to your channel for a while. I hope everything's been good. I mean, you guys, they do good food vlogs. I love when y'all do food. And you talk about when you're in a restaurant and stuff. Yeah, those are my favorite kind of videos, just so you know. Good morning. Happy Thursday. How are y'all? Type hashtag grow so Nightbot can show your link so people can also experience your vlogs like I do. That would be so awesome. But thank you, sweetie, for coming in. Hopefully it's water on the floor and not, hopefully it's water on the floor and not pee. He pees on the pad. He's trained well. He pees on the pad, but dude is very mischievous, okay? He's going through teething. That's what they keep telling me, but ever since I've had him, he's been going through teething. He's 6 months old, and every opportunity he gets, he chews something up. Denise says, I've been on Manjaro a while now. I lost about 25 pounds. You go, girl. Glucose is way better. Did you have any side effects? I noticed that the Manjaro people don't seem to have as much side effects as the Ozempic people. It's different products. One's a semaglutide, the Ozempic, and the other one is a tirzepatide. I don't know how to say it. It's Manjaro or Zepbound, okay? But it's totally different. They're different from each other. So true. Andrew and I didn't get married because we were young and wanted an easy out if we ever needed it. 19 years later, Jennifer, 19 years later, the wedding is finally happening. They're like, shoot, we could have been married and divorced a couple times. Oh, that's sweet. That is so sweet. I did not know that. We assume when people say they're getting married that they've been together 1-2 years, maybe. That is funny. I like that. You got to tell your story. I don't know if you've done a vlog. I haven't fully been through y'all stuff. I was stuck on the World America stuff. But anyway, you gotta do a vlog about your experience because that is so cool. Captain Billy J. That's good, Denise. I know, Denise, so proud of you. Oh my goodness. People say, well, that's the easy way to lose weight. No, it ain't. You gotta stick yourself. You gotta get sick. You gotta go through changes. You have to go to the freaking doctor a lot, from what I understand. I think I have to see her every 3 months now. I mean, the easy way, there's no such thing as an easy way because every way that you do for losing weight is either going to involve dieting and maintaining. And maintaining is the part that's hard. It's not the losing part that's hard. It's the maintaining part that's hard. Stop buying your expensive chocolate, Vicky, and you can use that hundreds of dollars to promote your videos. What? Give up my keto chocolate? Man, I'm addicted to this stuff, y'all. This is expensive chocolate though. But it is sweetened with monk fruit and diabetes. It's a thing. So it does. Oh, and it's high in fiber, which is good for diabetics. Fiber is the antithesis of blood sugar, high blood sugar. So if you eat a high fiber diet, then your blood sugar will go lower, which is crazy. But here you have three pieces of chocolate, and it is real chocolate, dark chocolate, unsweetened chocolate, added to almonds and Madagascar vanilla beans. Now that's interesting. You never see that kind of stuff. And then 15 grams of fiber and 17 grams of carb. So that's three net carbs, right? Two net carbs. No, Billy, I did not say that. Okay, two net carbs, y'all. The other day when I said this, I looked at it again and I go, that was not three net carbs. What are you talking about, Vicky? But yeah, if I got rid of those, I could probably eat better too. Rick, I swear I do not get in coach's drawings to win. I just want to drink more whiskey. That comes out of a famous movie, a John Wayne movie, one of those bad movies where they stereotyped the poor Indians and said the poor Indian would always go, I need more whiskey. Sherman, Vicky, you made it through the chat and it's only Friday. LOL. Throwing shade from a distance. It's Thursday. I know he's messing with me, Denise. He is messing with me. Ryan, sent you some stuff via Facebook, DM on SEO titles and descriptions, Vicky. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you. I can use all the help I can get. SEO titles and descriptions. Okay. I know. Throwing shade with his dry wit. Yeah. It's only Friday. Oh. Corey's World, welcome to the chat, sweetie. Welcome. Welcome into this craziness, the after party, the people. I got to get some after party music. I saw or really heard Jen Cohen this morning dancing to her music, and I was like, I was going to do that. But yeah, I need some music for the after party so that when we hit the after party, everybody knows, okay, it's already 11 o'clock. Are you going to roll? Got to roll now. Yeah. Greetings, everybody. Thank you, Corey. So nice to see you. Pray everyone's having a great day. So far, so good, girl. You get the increased subs. Do you get the increased views overall? Nettie says. Good question. Good question, Ryan. What's the answer to that question? Crest store. Okay. Denise, I was thinking, there's no way she's taking creator. But Ryan, yeah, Ryan's listening, so I got to read this to him. Do you get increased views overall or just increased subs? I mean, I'm assuming that if they're subbing, that they're viewing. I mean, that seems like, one has to do, well, you have to do one to do the other, right? Crestor, okay. Oh, Jennifer, that's a good question, Eddie and JT. My aunt and uncle did it for their channel and grew to 12,000 subs, but no one would watch their content, and it messed up their channel overall, algorithm-wise. They did what? They bought the subs, or they did what Ryan did? They did a promotion of the YouTube channel. Because you can do either. I would not advise buying subs, though, the other one, because that one will mess up your YouTube channel. Yeah, no one will watch their content. So question, before they got to 12,000 subs, where did they start at? I mean, were people watching their content before they got the 12,000 subs? Did they already have 1,000 subs, or were they already, like over 500 or whatever? Sorry about my eyes, y'all. They said after that they had trouble growing and it felt like YT always wanted money to grow. Oh, okay. So they did the paying money to YT. I was stuck in a crater for the longest. I know that consistency is uploading is key. Yeah, I cannot complain. I have not uploaded a vlog. My vlog is sitting on my editor as we speak. Okay. I mean, right in another tab, y'all. I got to finish my vlog. Scott said to me, Scott, are you still here? Because I'm about to talk about you. Scott said it's all about momentum. You got to get momentum. Now, to get momentum, that means you got to keep putting stuff out there. This is the only momentum I have. The live chats I do every day, except the weekend. This is my momentum right here. Now, is it helping me with subs? Not really. Watch hours, yeah, but subs, no. Okay. I know that consistency is uploading is key, but my life is too ordinary to do videos outside of cruises and excursions. Not really, Natty. I saw you, by the way. I was watching you, what you posted earlier, and I'm going to tell you, if you keep doing that, that's what Camille did. She came on and she talked about what was going on. People will listen to a story if you're interesting. If you're telling an interesting story, they will listen. Most of the people that come on YouTube and are watching videos for, because nothing on TV is good, they're looking for a story. Okay. Now you have a lot of good stories. I know this because I talked to you for over an hour yesterday. we talked about our lives, but my life is too ordinary. No, it isn't. You have an unusual life, especially the story you told me about your health. That is deep. But there's somebody out there that wants to hear what you're going through related to all the other stuff in your life, like you're cruising. And I say all this, Nettie, and of course I haven't done it. I talk about my life on another channel, which is probably not helping. Okay. Jennifer says, I agree. We feel like consistency is key as well. We are just not good at that part. I think it's more than just consistency. I think it's being compelling. It's whatever, like for instance, when Ryan did his, people were compelled to watch his information because those same people that they directed it to were probably looking for tours of the new stuff. The icon is interesting. Ryan is interesting. That really helps. I think that it has a lot to do with what, how you say stuff, what you say, how detailed you get, what your audience is. He was in his audience. The people that came looked at his videos and they realized that he's good at what he does. That's why they subbed to him. I've missed your live stream 3 times. I'm sorry. Girl, I'm on here 5 days a week. Look, if you miss 3 days and hit 2 days, we're doing good as far as I'm concerned. Thank you. Thank you, Niffer, for coming in. Hi, everyone. That's funny. She's telling me she's sorry. She's here, but she's sorry. No, girl. I'm glad you're here. Corey's World. Nettie, you can always pivot as long as you are consistent with uploading. You can pivot and you can relate videos. I mean, I think that you're interesting. You're quiet, you're introverted, but you're interesting and your life is interesting. The things you're going through. I told you about the audience that's looking for us right now. Our audience, oddly enough, on YouTube right now is growing because retired people want to travel. And they're looking for information about where to travel. And they're looking for information about other people that experience our lives, anxiety about travel. Go on and talk about that. Talk about the stuff we talked about on the phone yesterday. There are people out there right now who need to hear that they're not the only one who have, angst about, age versus how much time do I have left to go to Europe, right? People want to hear about that. They want to hear what you're going through. So I don't agree with what you said, Nettie. Nettie, you're very compelling. Just go on and talk, okay? Get on there. Just say it, girl. I'll look. If nobody else, I'll watch. Nettie says, my doctor recommended a Mediterranean diet. Doctors are always saying stuff like that, and I just laugh. When my doctor recommended Manjaro, there's a whole list of stuff. Damn. There's a whole list of foods and stuff that came with that suggestion. I was like, you're going to put me on this freaking medication, and then you got to tell me I'm going to eat this specific kind of food. Really? What do I look like? A normal person? Like I can eat a normal food? Anyway, I was told to vlog your boring life. Someone will find it interesting. Somebody's life is less interesting than yours. I promise you. I promise you. Anyway, I was stuck. I get it. It's true. It is very true. It's just like when you sell stuff. You always think your stuff is not good enough to sell. But oddly enough, to somebody, your junk is a treasure. You got to realize people have different perspectives than we do. So there you go. I learned that a long time ago. My mother used to always say it too. She always says that your junk is somebody else's treasure because my mother was one of the people who antiques and all that stuff, right? That's a whole nother story, y'all. I was on Ozempic too, but my weight loss plateaued and doctor moved me to Manjaro. Everybody says that. Just said it might work better and I can get a slightly stronger dose to push my weight loss more. So question, PK, Mr. Ryan FedEx, when you moved from Ozempic to Manjaro, was Manjaro easier for you? I asked this for a friend. Anyway, but I'm asking it for my daughter, bless her heart. I feel so sorry for her. She's on an insulin pump now. They have categorized her now as type 1. And that's just crazy to me, Anyway, Ron, I'm running late, but wanted to pop in. Dude, we're talking about weight loss drugs. I know, that's probably not what she was expecting. Nobody was thinking we were going to be talking about this today. We're also talking about promoting, though. That might intrigue you. I mean, Ryan has just given us some information about how YouTube promoted his videos and what he did to do that. And then Jennifer gave us a counter explanation of what happened to her parents. Now, like I said before, I don't know either one of the situations real well, but I do know that you can get people to go to your channel probably by YouTube promotion. But if you don't have, like Ryan was saying, he was going to show me the information that will help people to see your channel, then even if you've promoted it and paid for it, when you stop promoting it, then it goes right back to the way it was, right? It goes back to getting the audience it normally gets. So there you go. And 12,000 subs takes a long time to get to 12,000 subs. So maybe they are just going through a thing. Are they still putting out content? I don't know. I guess I should have asked more questions, right? But yeah, so I'm great. Niffer, how are you? Now, I feel like, with all things like this weight loss drug, okay, I could lose 20, 30 pounds. But as soon as I stop the weight loss drug, then I've got to actually keep that weight off somehow or, change the way I eat, which, yeah, just thinking about that makes me laugh. So it's the same thing with promoting your channel. You figured out a way now by promoting your channel to get people in front of your videos. But after YouTube stops promoting your channel, you've got to figure out on your own how to promote it, how to get people in front of you. So I would say that it would be helpful to your parents that they do something that helps them, like Ryan is doing. Ryan also looks for, how to do keywords and stuff like that. Or what were you telling me just a minute ago? I'll tell you tomorrow what he told me. But, SEO, search engine optimization, because you got to learn how to be like Google, because this is Google by video. It's video form of Google. You're searching with the Google SEO. So You got to figure out a way to get your videos to show up in searches to keep it going, because YouTube just putting it out there is just like me, trying to get rid of this visceral fat. I still got to figure out a way to keep the visceral fat off after I get done, or probably won't be getting done with Manjaro anytime soon, y'all, just so you know, because I got diabetes. But who knows what's going to happen? I don't even know what's going to happen. Y'all will find out when I find out what's going to happen, okay? If you're not connected to the Foodie Food Life channel, I would suggest you do it by next week so you can see what happens. Although you can come here and I'll just tell you. It's not a big deal. But I also reciprocate. If you tell me that you connected to me there, I will reciprocate. Channel videos are going slow. Been busy with work. Yeah. I get that. Everybody seems to be really busy right now. I've noticed that. Most of the people that come into this chat are working, and I think that work seems to be like really intense. Maybe it's the month that is June, mid year. My job used to be peak season was at the end of the year, but some people have peak season in the middle of the year. Leaving for our next vacation on Wednesday to celebrate my 40th birthday and Father's Day. Well, Zach, happy 40th. I would not go back to 40. I would go back to 45. So you still got a good 5 years left. I always tell people I don't ever want to go back to the 30s ever. The 30s, and I talked to Nettie about this yesterday, the 30s are bad, okay? So Jennifer, it's a good thing. I don't know how old you are. If you're over 39, then good thing you waited. Leaving for our next vacation. That sounds like a great thing to have to say. Nettie, I had weight loss surgery, which comes with its own set of complications, which is why you need to talk about it. I still see myself as fat. Girl, in what universe? Because I have a sagging gut. And sometimes my eating habits follow that thought. Well, see, you just told us some information that was compelling. Some people are going through that battle right now, and you're telling your own emotions. That's huge. That is compelling. Girl, go on and make a video. Talk about it, especially related to your traveling, because as we all know, travel involves eating. Eating places you don't normally eat. It has its own big problems, its own dilemmas. Let's just call it that. And me, I have suffered greatly under this. Every time that I go on a cruise, I gain 10 pounds. 10, not 5, not 7. 10. And my husband said, because, he has to be delicate, right? Yeah. He said, I don't think it's a good idea for her to take cruises if you're going to keep gaining weight. And I was looking at him like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You guys wondering how he got out of that one. He says, I don't like that it's making you unhealthy because I'm worried that you're getting sicker and sicker. And he was right. But he couldn't figure out a nice way. Well, he did figure out a nice way to say it. He was concerned about my health. Yeah, that makes sense. And I have not really talked about the cruising part yet, but I really do need to do that. Maybe after this now that I'm in this situation where I'm going to be taking a freaking shot. What do they call it? The fat loss shot, whatever. Now that I'm taking that, and I'm also going to be on a cruise in July, we get to find out what it's like for me on Manjaro as a food addict, to try and not eat food on a cruise. Now, I hear that when you're on Manjaro, you don't really want to eat food as much. We'll see. I'm definitely going to test that theory, y'all. Happy early birthday. Okay. Well, guys, it's after 11. It's almost 11:30. We are way past the after party time. Ahoy there, Niffer. All is well here. Hope the same for you. Billy's so friendly. Fewer side effects with Ozempic. Oh, fewer side effects than Ozempic. Still sometimes get gassy with it. That seems to be with everything, girl. Wait till you get to my age. I hope all are doing well. Yeah, I do too, you guys. So everybody's still saying hello to everybody. Be sure to type hashtag grow if you are trying to grow your channel. Um, Ron, Denise, no wait, Fenice. Um, After party, I know. And look, I'm just now getting to that, Captain. Thanks, Corey. We're headed down to the new Epic Universe. Oh, cool. Now that sounds like fun. T and John's Journeys. Ron says he just subbed to you. You're not allowed to use that term. He just left a package at your place. I will play catch up on the videos. All I can say is if you can't watch the video in full while you're there, comment, hit the like button, and try to watch as much as you can. Otherwise, YouTube may drop it, okay? Zach, yes, I do get increased views and watch time, at least for now. Okay, dear. Okay, y'all. Looks like we've got just people saying hello to each other, which is good. Nope, we're in town until Wednesday. I'll check your channel out. Thanks to fam. T says they're going to check your channel out. Okay, wasn't sure if you were out on adventure still. And that's the thing, you know. We're always on adventure, aren't we? We're always on holidays. They say anyone who wants a Texas Cruiser extra special sticker, PM me, LOL. I do like stickers. Ron, my adventure was me driving around town, so my video would upload. Insanity. Zach, that's funny. Uh, Rick, I just realized I wasn't subbed to your channel. I left you a package. Yay! Denise. I knew you were having issues. It looks to have uploaded. Yay! Yeah. Bone Tire Travel is out FedExing for Ryan right now. Zach, yes, it's insane. Been uploading since noon yesterday. Still hadn't uploaded when I got up, so drove to my school. Now that's rough, y'all. Okay, excuse me, y'all. I am really having a problem with my eye right now. Been uploading since noon yesterday. Still hadn't uploaded when I got up, so drove to my school and on that Wi-Fi it uploaded in 10 minutes. Okay, that's impressive. LMAO. I'm gonna have to use that tape, Ryan. You know, either that or I can just glue it to the wall. I don't know. Really what I need to do, I've got some paint and it's see-through paint. Because I mean it's not see-through paint. Here it is. It's over here. Okay, I'm gonna fall out of my chair trying to reach for stuff. I did fall out of this chair one time, y'all. That was unfortunate. See how this is see-through? This tells me that if I painted the wall this color, it would work. Right? I'm thinking about doing it. I'm thinking about just drawing a square and getting some more of this paint. The bad news is I got this kids paint at Dollar General. I had a brain fart for a second there, y'all. And it was only one container. I got to find another container because I think it's going to take more than that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, Ron said that sounds like my home Wi-Fi. Another one bites the dust, referring to second poster falling down. I know it was like, well, if he's gone, I'm going too, right? If I ever have issues again, I'll just take the 5-minute drive to school. LOL. They did the promotion through YT. Okay, that's good. They had over 500 subs when they started the promotion. Yeah, see, that's the thing, you know. It must be the after party. Captain says my junk is Vicky's treasure or pleasure. Okay. No, Billy, no. Ron says, y'all stop losing it because I keep finding it. Oh, gosh. Wait, that is. I'm glad you said that. Rick said, junk. Good morning. Good morning, LRV Lifestyle. Welcome to the crazy chat. Good morning. How are you doing in Jamaica, man? They're acting crazy. It's the after party. I'm supposed to not be on here at this point, but we are still talking. Y'all are crazy. Just subbed. Oh, and we're also connecting. So that's the good news is we're connecting. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing, but we're doing it pretty late. Just subbed to Quarry and Niffer. Thank you, Zach. I love Quarry and Niffer. So thank you so much. And also LRV style lifestyle from Jamaica. Yes, junk. That's what Vicky said. Ryan, no, it was not bad. The only bad thing was I went from maximum dose 2 milligrams of Ozempic to zero point 0.5 milligrams Mounjaro and had to up it each month to get back to where I was on Ozempic. Finally, in 2 weeks, I will be back. Okay. Okay. No, it wasn't bad. So I don't know. You know, I've seen the videos, but you know, everybody does their video. I'm not going to do my video for drama, y'all. I'm not going to get on there and go, oh, it was so bad. I will never. No, I'm not doing that stuff, y'all. I'm going to just tell you if it was bad, I'm just going to say, it was not good. Y'all know me. I'll be just like, it was not good. If it was okay, I'll just say it was okay. There was nothing, you know, nothing. But I am going to journal it. I do have my journal, and I probably will do my first video on my food channel probably Monday to see how Sunday went. Because I'm going to take the shot on Sunday, the first shot. So we'll see how Monday went if I survive the night. Vicky, when you say change the way you're eating, can you give me an example? Well, first you'd have to know how I'm eating right now, and that, or how, okay, change the way I eat. Dude, I am a food addict. That is a person who can't pass up food. It's a very strange thing. And most of the time, I'm okay. But if food is around, I'm not okay. If I don't think about it, because I don't have cravings, you know, I got rid of cravings a long time ago. I fixed my gut. But most of the time, if I see food, I will eat food. And that's not a good thing because food is in a lot of places. So that's why I said I get too distracted. I can never do a tour on a cruise because I end up eating. And y'all don't see all that because I don't record all that. I do talk about it in a lot of my vlogs, but I don't really show you me eating the churros or eating the croissant or getting a milkshake. Y'all don't see all that stuff. So for about 3 months, I had a resurgence of gain weight as the suppression effect disappeared since I went to such a low dose. Resurgence of gain weight. Isn't that crazy? I don't know. One of my friends claims that she's been at 2.5 the whole time. I don't know. It affects everybody differently, but I feel it starting to work again, and I am just under the dose I was on before. Okay, well that's good. I'm happy for you because, like I said, the health thing is the most important thing. You know, everybody's concerned about the aesthetics. I ain't worried about the aesthetics. I just need to get back to normal. I don't want to take nobody's daggone statin. I know I'm taking a drug that's controversial when I take Mounjaro, but the statin stuff we already know. So, Ron, instead of eating, don't. Denise, that's how we change our eating habits. She answered that question for you. Walk away. Do not walk to the food. Might be smart. Might be a smart ass. No, no, you're not a smart ass, Denise. You fit right in. Nettie and I both decided that we're both that way. What? You fit right in, girlfriend. Oh my gosh. Is this where I can call you a saucy witch? See, I should not be laughing this hard. It's almost 12 o'clock. Mm, y'all are so funny. Anyway, depends on the source. Depends on the sauce. Oh my. Oh my. Haha. I just turned 38. Jennifer. Well, you're almost out of the 30s. And so things will get good. I mean, they're already good. Sounds like 19 years. Dag, you was a baby. I can't talk. I started at the same time. But yeah, uh, I met my husband that I'm with now when I was 37, and we've been together ever since. So I'm telling you. But before that, my early 30s were bad. I went through some what I'll call the wrecking crew. That's what I'm gonna call them. So congratulations to you, Jennifer. 10 days. Girl, excited. The nurse says starve yourself. What nurse says that? Denise didn't say that. She just said don't eat. LOL. You know we love you. Oh, oh my gosh. It's funny, but it's sad at the same time. And y'all know what I'm talking about. The fight with food is it's a continuous battle. It's one of those things where nobody has seemed to get it, where you can follow a specific path, okay, a specific path that doesn't include drugs. I once read this book, and I'm gonna tell y'all about this book because it was so good. It was called The Plan, and it's by her last name is Rositas. Lynette. No, Rositas is her last name anyway. She talks about testing food on your body, and y'all, the stuff I found out trying to do this test. She sets it up so you eat certain kinds of foods a day to test to see what foods are affecting you. The things I found out testing food, some of the stuff has helped me since then. I found out regular bread does not like me, but sourdough I can eat all day long and still lose weight. I don't even understand that. But sourdough is a probiotic bread. So there you go. I mean, I tested all of these different foods. Spinach does not like me at all. I cannot digest it. I found that during the test, and because of my thyroid issues, they said I don't. My doctor says I don't have any thyroid issues, but if you wake up in the morning and your temperature is low, you have thyroid issues. Oddly enough, so I was doing the basal testing and all the stuff she talks about. Um, it was it was an eye-opening experience. The Plan by Lynn Janae Rositas, and it's in Amazon and every other daggone. She was on television. She's in every bookstore. That book, and it was a very enlightening thing. Hard to do. The test was not easy. You had to eat certain foods to do the test. But I lost at that time. That was back in, gosh, not, about 2008. I lost 26 pounds doing the test. Come on now. And how long did it stay off? It stayed off for a long time. My weight gain didn't really happen until I hit 60. And I mean, I've gone up and down a lot over my life, but when I hit 60, all bets were off. I mean, I realized at that point that it was mostly my health that was affecting me. And I'm not really that concerned about my weight. I'm concerned about my health now. So catch y'all later. Bye, Ron. You didn't even hear my answer, dude. Everybody's leaving. Is anybody left? Please, peace and love to all. The conversation is always great. Thank you, sweetie. Hashtag grow. Hashtag grow. Ron. Ryan says, you know you are a delivery service on YouTube. Bad, Ron. Bad. I will do more editing after my B12 shot. LOL. Maybe talk about that experience. That would be good. I would like to see that. Alien tape is awesome. Angie. Okay. I'm gonna have to write it down so I'll remember what it is. Alien tape. Why do they call it alien tape? I wonder. Vicky is falling out of her chair. Cheryl falling out of her chair. They both need life alert. Hey, dude, I actually do have life alert. It's my father's life alert. And I know all about life alert. I've fallen and I can't get up. Good morning, Lucia and Glenn. Hi, my beautiful friends. Have an amazing day. Welcome to the after party, my friend. Hashtag grow. Greece, here we come. 14 days. Lucia, you're going in 14 days. Ryan, I am super busy at work, so I'm not delivering packages for now. But if anyone comes to my channel, just say you are a new friend and I will connect back. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Kayla Boo, big likes. Welcome to the after party, Kayla. Hope all is well. It's going good. Everybody subbing to each other. Type hashtag grow before you leave. Anyway, I will deliver a package tonight, Ryan says to Texas Cruiser. Baby, my thyroid quit me on me 20 years ago. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, we're at the bottom of the chat. Denise, I feel you. You know, they always find something wrong with you, always. It's always something. Oh, yay, 22. Oh my gosh, 22? Really? Okay. Thank you, guys. Sherman, thank you. Thumbs up. I love it. Hashtag grow, Billy J. Anybody else want to throw in a hashtag grow, GROW, before we go and show us your link? Please do so now before I hit this very quick outro. This one today is very quick. So, anybody else? Last call. Okay. Oh, thank you, Denise. Denise, Sherman, everybody typing hashtag girl. One of y'all ain't going to get it. Oh, both of y'all got it. Hey, Nightbot is on it today. Yay. Okay, okay. Rick says he subbed to you, Captain Billy. Okay. I'm out. I'm so out of here. What time is it? 1:43? Wow. Okay. This is our longest after party for a while, y'all. So you guys have a great week. And remember to connect and grow. Okay. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully, I won't have to drive all over the place before I do. So much driving today. Sherman trying to block you. Hey, Sherman, he throws shade from a distance. Okay. I love it. Bye, girl. Bye. Thank you guys. So much information today. Thank you for all of your for helping me through a crisis. It's been a crazy week. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Have a great evening.